Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Welcome in. Thanks for watching today. YouTube TV, listening on Sirius XM channel 158, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, or any of our great affiliates from coast to coast. Coming up in this hour, Monday Night Football. Big one for the Steelers. 3.5 point favorites against the Dolphins. That's going to be in 30 minutes. Our best bets, recapping the weekend that was as well. At the back end of the show, Pauly here, an hour later than normal today, but Week 16 numbers. We'll take our time going through these things. And the game of the year is on Thursday night. That division, the NFC West, the one seed of the NFC, it's your big boy. And the Rams, some spots were as high as 1.5. Here at Circa, it's a pick 'em. Total's 44.
I think the total's too high. Okay, let's go back to the last meeting. 21-19 Rams. 4 Darnold interceptions. Right. One of them was a first and goal for the Rams. Adams had 1 catch in the game, and Stafford threw for 130 yards.
Right.
And then Myers just short with the field goal.
From 61, I believe?
I think that's what it was. Yeah. So still, after 4 Darnold picks, they were still in position to win the game. But the last couple of weeks, they've struggled offensively. Barner had 10 for 70 in that game. And, of course, JSN at 100 yards. But going to be a big loss here as I can't see Adams playing in this game.
Probably not. So how much of the handicap just simply comes down to, on one side, because they're similar teams here, obviously, and just throw out the metrics and advanced numbers, key categories, pass rush, win rate, all that stuff. How much of this comes down to one side has Stafford, the MVP, the other one has Sam Darnold?
Yeah, I think that's enormous. And who's going to taking care of the ball, too? Because when you put pressure on him, he makes mistakes. And that's what he did in that first meeting. And that's what he's done, although he's had a great year. But that's what has happened for much of the season as second most turnovers in the league.
Now, I did this look ahead last week. I have the Seahawks plus 1.5 in pocket. The biggest reason why I made that bet is because it's a hedge kind of against the Rams' future bets that I have to win the Super Bowl, because I really want this team to get the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
And this game's going to go so far towards that.
Well, we could get round 3, too, in the second round.
That's right. So a couple of games here with divisions on the line. The Packers are 1.5 at Chicago, and the total is 46.5. They just played 2 weeks ago. Very good football game. Packers came out on top. Bears had a chance to tie it or take the lead, win it, because Ben Johnson said they were going to go for 2.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have all these injuries yesterday for Green Bay. And they were about a 6.5 point favorite 2 weeks ago at Lambeau.
Well, their chances to win the Super Bowl, that's probably done with this injury. But they still have a ton of talent. And let's see if Watson's good to go. And let's see if Love can have a lot of success through the air. It's going to be, I'm looking at 40 degrees here. So after we saw the second coldest game in Soldier Field history yesterday, looks like the weather will cooperate. But I wouldn't be surprised if Love has a big game and they move it and get the win. And if you want to lean on Jacobs a lot, that's fine by me as well.
Sure. Here's Packers head coach Matt LaFleur after the game yesterday in Denver, talking about losing that game and several key players.
A really tough night in a lot of ways in regards to losing the football game. Give Denver a ton of credit. That's a really good football team. I thought it was a dogfight for most of the game, and then they kind of ran away with it in the second half. But it was also a double whammy for us, just losing some pieces that are critical for our success. But that's the name of the game. I told the guys nobody's going to feel sorry for us, and we got to rally around one another, and everybody's going to have to elevate their play.
And that's got to fly back from Denver, all that news, all those injuries, and now get ready to go play the team that's battling you the most here for the division the next week.
Oh, he's 12-1 against them. He's owned them.
Yeah, he is.
Again, does this magic continue in Chicago? Number 1 in the league, 30 takeaways, 21 interceptions, plus 20. It's plus 20 turnover differential. Jacksonville's, who's second? Was it? Let me look. Who's second? Oh, Texans are plus 14. Jacksonville's third now, plus 10.
Okay.
Think about that. Plus 20 turnover differential.
Yeah, there you go. That's going to be a big talking point next year when you look at a Bears win total.
Yeah.
How that's not going to continue. Another one where it's so huge for the division. This time it's the NFC South.
You skipped the Eagle game.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
I want to do the division one first here.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going in order. All right.
No, this the Buccaneers are 3 at the Panthers, 45.5.
I punt on the game. I no opinion. I can't. You would think the Bulls F-bomb tirade would get them fired up, and after embarrassed like that on Thursday night by Cousins and Pitts, still can win the division. And then, I mean, how bad was Carolina yesterday? Couldn't put them away. Couldn't move the ball again.
Nope.
Saints were begging to get beat. You couldn't kick the field goal to go up 10 late in the fourth quarter. You couldn't go tush-push there, Canales. I don't get it. And they just, you let the Saints hang around and then you got beat.
I have no opinion on this game either. I can't get there. By the way, I should have had this in my good. That's how the NFL should be played with the schedule. 5 late.
Yeah, it was good.
That's incredible.
2 witching hours?
Yeah, 100%.
You're going to lose your mind in week 17. You see.
Oh, I haven't looked.
There are two late games.
Oh, no.
2. And one of them is Giants-Raiders.
No.
Yes.
No.
I knew you'd lose it. But it
well,
can't happen.
They have
Warren
to switch
Sharp's
that,
going to
though.
tweet about that. No, they're not switching anything.
They're not going to make another game late?
No.
What's the marquee game that day in the afternoon?
Eagles-Bills. That's it. There's a triple header on Christmas. There's a double header on Saturday. There's like 7 early and 2 late. That's it.
That's disgusting, man.
Yeah, I know. I know you'd lose it.
All right, so here's your big Eagles game. Lane 6.5 at the Commanders. Total 45.5.
I give up on Washington. I cannot figure them out. It's when you think they're dead, then they come out and have a great game against the Giants and look good offensively. So, I mean, again, Eagles played well, but consider your opponent. It's a hot dog stand who you went against. So, I know Eagle fans are down on them and think, all the issues they've had over the years against Washington. But with Daniel shut down for the rest of the year, I would think the Eagles win and cover here and wrap up the division and get the 3 seed and let's get ready for the playoffs.
Now, we have to have weather in this next game, right? I mean, if the Bills and the Browns are going to play in either one of those locations and it's going to be mid to late December, come on. It's got to be 18 degrees with like 2 feet of snow. Bills are laying 10, total is 42.5 in the game against Cleveland.
I got 35. I'm looking at 35 on Sunday.
It's way too warm.
I know, it's too bad.
Need a cold front coming in.
Well, okay. So what has happened to this defense again? And you would think Buffalo can gash them on the ground, but what Chicago did in the second half, and he didn't play that well, but a lot of that, now Sanders shouldn't call out Judy and throw him under the bus after the game, even though he's had a bad year. But 2 of those interceptions weren't his fault, but also the coaching staff's letting him down. And the offensive line's horrendous. He doesn't have a lot of weapons, and the rushing attack hasn't been there. So it's just like they're setting this kid up to fail. I mean, it's a tough situation in Cleveland, but they did hang around against Baltimore. If Allen plays clean, they should blow him out.
Well,
maybe Garrett gets the record here. Yeah. That's the one reason to watch. He only needs 1.5 sacks.
I'll say this: if it's going to be a balmy 35, right, decent football conditions and nothing too bad, don't you think the Browns' offense? Now the Bears' defense is, no great shakes. They couldn't do anything yesterday, but this Bills' defense is another story we're talking about altogether here. Don't you think the Browns' offense should be able to do something in this game? Like put a couple of points on the board?
Get something with Judkins. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
The Chiefs are at the Titans, and I got to tell you, I would have had the Chiefs pegged this week to use in Survivor if I was still alive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this would have been the play. At least that would have been the thought anyway.
I can't imagine that many people have the Bills left. I know one guy doesn't. He already went on record. CP picks against going to use them, but that's can't play Minshew. Better job by Ward. Defense was horrendous yesterday, but they were fighting. And that again, you need the breaks, right? Shanahan's not supposed to kick the field goal there. 4th and 1, just sneak it, run the clock out, but he kicks it. They cover, and then tying in what Carroll did a couple weeks ago. Rather be lucky than good. But here it's a Kansas City team that's been eliminated. Could be dead man walking. Who knows? Maybe Ward make some plays and the Titans steal one.
Yeah, and what's the conversation this week in the buildings there for Tennessee? Because do they want to be in the mix to get the 1 pick overall again, or they think they have their franchise quarterback, so they're going to be okay with winning these games down the stretch? Jets are playing at the Saints. Saints team total over.
Yep,
they're laying 4.5, and the total is manageable here at 40.5.
3 games left, still no interception. They did have a takeaway. They recovered a fumble. This defense is god-awful. And that's, I like how Shuck's playing, getting Olave involved. I would think the Saints win and cover here and see what the Jets do at quarterback as well.
I wonder if this means something to the Saints where, like, do they pay attention to, you know what, we might have the offensive rookie of the year here. Why don't we go out there and have this kid just, look is just.
Well, how about they actually have a lead at the end of the first quarter, Kellen Moore? I mean,
that's a bad job out of him.
Yeah, 12-2?
That's right.
Put him in a better spot. All right.
Yeah, in a dome there, my first look definitely is Saints team total over.
Yeah, I see the last 2 weeks have been good for McCarthy. I'll give it to your guy. He's played better. Now, it happens going against two bad defenses, but you see the confidence growing and a little cocky after the game, doing the dance and also the celebration afterwards. So he was slinging it and made a lot of nice throws. So Vikings up to 3, and this Giant team, man, another bad defense that can't stop anything.
Wow, they got me good yesterday.
Oh, they were so
bad. I think as long as the weather's going to be okay here, McCarthy's going to look good again.
Yeah.
And this will probably not go well for the Giants offense. The Vikings have a chance to really play spoilers down the stretch. Beyond this game, it's Detroit at home and Green Bay at home. So they have 6 wins on the year. And McCarthy's looked pretty good the last couple of weeks. Got to give him the credit.
Yep.
All right, let's follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Bunch of other games to get to for Week 16 in the NFL. We have a monster coming up on Sunday night, and the best tight end in the league goes up against a very stiff test. Intriguing matchup for the fantasy football playoffs. This is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, more numbers here for Week 16 in the NFL. Chargers are playing at the Cowboys. Dallas, 1.5. Total 49.5.
I can't, boy. Good chance they take the field eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get a read on them either. They have that horrible loss at Chicago. They're incredible and get the 40-40 tie against Green Bay and then rout the Jets. Can you handle prosperity? No. You go to Carolina and give up 30. You have the horrible loss on Monday night at home to Arizona, who's lost 11-12. Then you win 3 in a row and beat the 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl last year. Okay, they can run the table. Watch out. Here we go. Give up 44 to the Lions. And then that mess last night as well. And then our guy Aubrey, who had missed 2 kicks the whole season, missed 2 in a game and wasn't even close from 59.
That's fun.
But the Chargers aren't doing much offensively.
No, they're not.
Defense has been good. And man, Harbaugh does some bizarre stuff. Cold weather, 4th and 1 from the 35, I think it was. He kicks it, and Dicker made it.
Mm-hmm.
But then 4th and 1 from midfield, he goes for it and doesn't punt. He's all over the place with what he's doing. But
right.
This
so
defense, defense is playing well, but I have no read on the Cowboys right now.
Well, you want to just keep going with this hot trend all year long, first half over?
Yeah. It's been, you're right. Every first half has gone over but 1, and the team totals 12-2 to the over.
All right, so here's what I want to happen in this game. The Bengals are playing at the Dolphins. I actually, for the purposes of this game only, I want Miami to win tonight by like 30. So then they get ballooned up here against the Bengals, and we can bet the Bengals to bounce back. Because that's how dumb this league is at times.
Uh-huh.
All right? And so they would be coming off of a huge win tonight against Pittsburgh, and the Bengals are off that mess and nobody would want a part of them. They would be like, give me Miami. At that point, it would be time to fire on Cincinnati. But regardless, here at Circuit's a pick 'em. Totals 50.5. I mean, Paul, before yesterday, would you not have said 50.5? Way too low.
Yeah, I know.
This game might be played in the 30s.
Yeah.
Still could.
Yeah, let's see what happens tonight with Miami. But Burrow didn't want to be there. Looked like he didn't want to be there yesterday. How bad that was. And then the late games, the showdown, Jacksonville and Denver, your great stat and trend. This applies to Jacksonville now. Teams after playing the Jets are 1-11 ATS.
Right.
And both quarterbacks were excellent. And now can Bo do it again? And how does Lawrence do against this defense?
First of all, it must be said that Jacksonville's defense has been pretty damn good the entire year. Nobody wants to talk about it.
It seems like it's not enough respect for Denver.
I would say
this was 2.5. I mean, if they just did what they wanted against Green Bay at home. They have to be more than a 3-point favorite against the Jags. And the one thing that does bother me is Sean Payton does some weird stuff on fourth down. A couple times.
Oh, that's a thing for him.
I know. Like, you're in control of the game. It's 4th and 4 from midfield. It's okay to punt here.
That is a lot of respect for Jacksonville. Denver 3 is too short.
Yeah.
It needs to be higher than that. I also think the total might be a little too high. 45.5.
Well, Lawrence has weapons. And this Myers trade.
It's working out with Myers,
what
man.
a trade.
Yeah.
He looks for him all day in the catches that he has. So he spread it around yesterday too.
All right, let me give you some numbers here. Atlanta is in Arizona taking on the Cardinals. We ran down the McBride numbers earlier. Some of the best in the league. He's 3rd in touchdowns. He's 1st in receptions. He's 6th overall in yards. Did it again yesterday. Was just a total force.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Atlanta, they have allowed the 2nd fewest catches, the 3rd fewest yards, and only 2 touchdowns, tied for the fewest with Buffalo to tight ends on the entire year. I have McBride in a guillotine league. I mean, I have to start him. I do, because the guy's going to get 15 targets every game. I got to have that, but Atlanta's been incredible here against tight ends this season.
Well, it should be the same cast and characters, the guys who went off Thursday. It should be Robinson again. It should be Sills, a little bit of Sills, and should be Pitts again. And Cousins against this bad Arizona defense, Atlanta should win and cover.
Yeah, they're laying 2.5. It's Pitts versus McBride, man. Who do you like?
Yeah, and it's a team that's on this horrible streak with Arizona. They can't get out of their own way. All
right, Pittsburgh, again, in action tonight. They'll have short rest. Quick trip over to Detroit on Sunday. They play the Lions. The Lions are laying 749.5. I said this last week. Look ahead lines. It has to be a Lions team total bet for me. Over. It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
They need these games, by the way, to make the playoffs.
Yeah, must win. And I would think this is a game maybe they can put some pressure on Rodgers. And the defense can be okay because he's all he can get you with the short stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then also if they're forced to play catch-up. And they have to get away from the run, too. I could get them.
I believe they are the highest scoring team in the entire league. The Lions. And their offense was great yesterday again.
Yeah.
Goff was cooking, man.
They had a 10-point lead.
Oh.
The Hutchinson interception was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But Rams just too good. Stafford just too good.
Raiders at the Texans. Houston's 14.5. Total 37.5.
Well, you can come right back with will there be a shutout prop, too? I mean, how are they going to do anything against the number 1 defense? These guys are number 1 or number 2 in almost every category defensively. And Stroud will cook, too. Who was this running back last night? 100 yards, Jordan?
I have no idea. Came out of nowhere.
No. Yep. Yeah. He had a big game on the ground.
I can't even imagine he was offered at sportsbooks, was he?
I didn't see him.
Yeah. So we said this against Philadelphia. Raiders team total under. I think that's got to be the play again, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the worst team in the NFL.
Yep.
They could not be favored over a single team right now.
I mean, this could be just same thing like yesterday. Just you look up in the early second quarter at 17-0.
Yeah, that's what I expect.
Right, that's enough of that game.
Yep. The Sunday nighter is a monster, man. The Patriots are playing at Baltimore. Ravens are small favorites here, up to 3 now here, minus 105 at Circa. Total is 48. I think there are still 2.5s out there, 48.5, shopping around a little bit, obviously. Do you like the Pats to go on the road here after yesterday's defensive meltdown?
I'm a little surprised at the number, just because Baltimore's had their issues here. And they have a lot of talent, but they continue to beat themselves with dumb mistakes. Cincinnati did that for them yesterday, but again, the offense, he had the dump off early for the touchdown, and then Henry had a couple nice runs.
Right.
But it wasn't like they did anything great defensively. But I would think Vrabel's got him is furious at what happened. I think he deserves some blame for blowing a 21-point lead. And this could be a big game for our guy Henderson, too. If he gives him, the guy needs 20 touches a game. I don't understand it, but may struggle, too, in the second half. He only threw for 150 yards. But no need to sound the alarms. They're going to get the 2 seed. They're going to lose. They still think if they lose this game, they're fine. You win. You beat Miami. You beat the Jets. You win the division. You're minus 250. Think it's a good bet, and you're the 2 seed, and everything's fine.
We finally saw the Patriots play a good team yesterday.
Yeah,
did not go well for the defense.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to qualify Baltimore.
I know that's right because Lamar's not healthy, and they do stupid stuff every week. And you got an OC who abandons the run at times.
Mm-hmm. And the Monday night game, Man, a month ago, this looked super juicy.
It is juicy because of the Rivers angle.
I was going to say, there's only one more reason why it is juicy, and that's it. So the Niners are 6, total 47. I'll give you this from Julian Edlow, DraftKings.
Yeah.
Tweeted this out not that long ago. Phillip Rivers' comeback player of the year has been on the board at DK for less than 6 days. He points out his only game that he's played, 18 for 27, 120 yards, touchdown, and an INT in the loss. Since Tuesday, Rivers has 77% of the bets, 61% of the money to win comeback player of the year. So they moved his odds from 18-1 to 5-1. How does he possibly win the award? I like what you said earlier. He shouldn't even be offered.
No. So if Jordan Love gets hurt in practice tomorrow and Brett Favre says, that's it, I'm coming out, I'm making a return, here we go. You're going to bet Brett Favre and think Brett Favre can win the award in 3 games? So it's down to 3 games because they lost and he threw for 120 yards.
That's right.
Like, what do you think's going to happen here? That he can come in and steal this award, which they're saying you're not eligible because of the Flacco nonsense.
The one data point has to mean something.
So does the extra week of practice, how much does it help and does it change what they do from a tempo standpoint with Steichen?
It certainly could.
Because I would say under here, but then again, the comeback is San Francisco's so bad defensively.
I mean,
he can't get anything on the ball.
No, I know.
And everything's short.
Would you agree with this? All things considered, yesterday, Phillip Rivers, 44 years old, out of retirement this week, comes in to play one of the best defenses in the league, and the guy was not horrendous.
No, but you couldn't have won that game with Riley Leonard. He can't move. Every pass is 5 yards.
And if, by the way, Anthony Richardson's been cleared to play, you picked him 4th overall in the draft.
And you can run packages for him. He's a beast.
What is going on here? Are you just going to say, now we whiffed on the pick and we're not going to play the kid ever again? It's absurd.
It's a tough game, though. A tough game. Because I also don't know. I would think they're going to run the slow tempo and try to shorten the game as well. But the 49ers look great on offense.
If Rivers is not throwing INT in this game, I mean, Jonathan Taylor might get 30 carries and they could, be in it the entire time.
Want to bet smarter this season? VSiN has a perfect gift for you. The sports better in your life. Take advantage of our holiday special and get VSiN Pro access through May 1st for just $79. Every best bet, every host, every guest, the betting splits from DK and Circa, the AI-powered prop tools, 24/7 video, and the full show replays. All the postseason betting guides, college football playoffs and the Super Bowl, limited time holiday special, VSiN.com/subscribe. Get it now, VSiN.com/subscribe.
It has not gone well in cold conditions throughout his career. Winless, in fact, will tell you his bad numbers coming up next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Welcome back. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the sports betting network. We're live in downtown Vegas. Circa Resort and Casino is the spot. In Pocket Plays coming up in about 15 minutes. Tonight's game has not gone well ever for Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, and it's been the exact opposite for Mike Tomlin, coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, think about that, Pauly. At home, as the coach on Monday Night Football of Pittsburgh, he really has never lost a game. The one loss did come during COVID, but it was a Sunday game pushed to Monday. I don't even know if you want to count that.
Right. No, it's not just him. It goes back to 1992.
That's right.
This is the craziest stat in sports, coupled with Miami, who's lost 13 in a row under 40 degrees, regular season and playoffs. And again, the Jets trend comes into play. Teams 1-11 ATS after playing the Jets. So you got that angle too. The Warren issue, waking up with the flu. Still don't know if he's going to go, but everything pointing to Pittsburgh here. And not only, it's one thing to lose, and the weather gets the best of you here, and the kids from Miami can't handle it. But the performances is what sticks out and jumps off the page. Like so under 40 degrees, he's 0-6, but he has a 1 touchdown, 12 interceptions during that run. So it's just look away how bad it's been when these guys go out in the elements in the cold weather and they get buried.
Yeah, there was something on him as well when it was below 46 going into last year.
Another one.
He was 0-7 Then they played at the Jets in December. It was 41 degrees technically around kickoff or during the game. In that game, like they won that game. He was 13 of 21 for $127 and a touchdown. Didn't do anything. Remember the Thanksgiving Day game against, the night game at Green Bay? 2023?
Yep.
15 of 28, $175, no touchdowns, 2 INTs. The one good game that he had in the cold was at the tail end of the 2022 year, 38 degrees in Buffalo. He threw for 360, 2 touchdowns and 1 INT, but they lost the game 56-26. He's not playing defense and allowing all those points, obviously, but that's like the one good game he's ever had when it's been like chilly or cold.
Yep. And that's what they're going to have a tough decision to make. Maybe it's an easy decision what to make in the future too, is he makes a ton of money. But it's just, if everything's going to be dink and dunk, and that's got to be what the game plan is tonight. The short stuff to Achane, the dump offs to Achane, rushing attack, as I mentioned earlier, 160 yards rushing the last 4 games. Get Wright the ball, get Gordon the ball. Maybe some stuff to our guy Waller. Great to have him back, and also Waddle. But everything's got to be short, both quarterbacks here. And I'm okay with the dink and dunk stuff with Tua and just rely on Achane and see what the Bills did. Just remember what Watt said. They ran the same play over and over. We couldn't stop it. But see if Achane can go off and have a big game on the ground and set this guy up in third and manageable, and don't put him in those third and long spots as well.
Well, the Steelers have also been really bad this year against guarding opposing teams' wide receivers. They have really bad numbers. If Tua does do something tonight, does Waddle perform well? He's not going to take shots down the field. They really typically don't do that.
He did it. He hit him a couple times in the Buffalo game. But you're right. As of late, everything's been short.
Mm-hmm.
But you're talking about, let's see what happens closer to kickoff. You are talking 16-mile-per-hour winds, too.
I kind of like that idea of laddering Jalen Wright in this game.
Yeah. Because McDaniel doesn't like Ollie.
No.
And that's the unfortunate thing here. And I like him in short yardage and also inside the 10-yard line.
So do I.
Now Wright comes back, and then Wright had the anytime touchdown.
Yeah, and he was really good last week. Again, that was after the Achane injury. But they think that he's going to be absolutely a full go tonight. So what does that mean for the Wright carries here in this game? But that's the kind of guy that you want to look at, right? That's so low. 20-plus yards on Jalen Wright tonight is plus money.
Yeah.
So then when you go to 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, like 40-plus is almost 5-1 at some books. That could be a couple of carries here tonight.
Yeah. Adam Thielen is now on the board at DraftKings.
What are we looking
receiving yards? He is $1.20 to have 15 yards. Remember what Rodgers did after the Buffalo game? He called those guys out about not running the right way. Well, it's just been mutual admiration society about MVS and Thielen and being professional and knowing what's going on with the offense and helping out DK as well. And that kind of stuff matters to him. He's got to trust you to throw it to you. That's why he doesn't throw it to Jonnu Smith either. Never throws it to Jonnu.
I know.
He's gone under his yards every game but one. And Jonnu's plus money to have 15.
I asked you this last week. I'll ask you again now with Pittsburgh. Doesn't part of you want this team to make the playoffs simply just to bet against them in the right matchup?
No. I want to see Baltimore get in there. And I think Baltimore could be dangerous.
Well, they could be. I'm talking about, though, if Pittsburgh gets in, you have to look at fading them immediately.
It depends what the matchup is. Right? If it's Buffalo, right? If it's Buffalo, no problem. If it's Houston, oh, no. Poor Rodgers. But I actually think they could give the Chargers, it didn't go well the first time, but maybe they could hang in there against the Chargers. I mean, that was a surprise what happened against Baltimore. But then again, that shouldn't happen where the silly turnovers, the likely play, the interception that didn't stand. They're running the short stuff, or he takes the sideline stuff to DK. That's all they're doing.
That's it. I know.
Just contain the run and don't allow the deep stuff down the sideline, and you're going to beat them, and they're not going to do anything offensively.
I'd like to see a rematch against New England. There's no way, how the Patriots should have lost that game earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
They gave them that game.
That could be.
But that's the story of Mike Tomlin's, last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Is that somehow he comes up smelling like a rose more often than he doesn't.
Well, let me give you, because you just said, how about the matchups right now? Your 2-7 would be New England and Houston. Your 3-6 would be Jacksonville, Buffalo. Your 4-5 is Pittsburgh and the Chargers.
That's easily the worst game out of the 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yucky. I don't want that game.
NFC, Your 2-7 is Chicago, Green Bay. Your 3-6 is Philly, San Francisco. Your 4-5 is Tampa, Seattle.
Tampa, Seattle rematch. Something tells me
game
it
of
would,
the years.
Yeah, that
38-35.
I doubt it would be that high scoring again.
Yeah, that changed everything McDonald said after that. Yes.
Oh, yeah, and Baker would not go off like that. Philadelphia and San Francisco is super intriguing to me.
You want to do field goal every quarter, 4-1. The run we've been on with primetime games.
Probably not as badly as you do, but sure, I'm in.
All right, Boswell. Steelers over 1.5 made field goals is $1.35. That's at Caesars. Don't mind Boswell here. The 33-yard loss last week. He had 2 short ones. But, and I'm seeing longest made field goal, 49.5. Tomlin will trust him from anywhere on the field as well. So I don't mind that over.
Let me give this to
taking Boswell stuff too.
This is from our buddy Weston.
Mm-hmm.
How about laddering Adam Thielen's receptions tonight? He played 48% of the snaps last week, first week with the team.
Yeah.
So probably there, short yardage stuff, maybe a rapport with Rodgers. 2+ is even money. 3+ is plus 310. We're talking catches now. 4+ catches plus 750. 5+ 15 to 1. But again, I don't think we have anywhere in Nevada where we can ladder receptions. I think you can probably do that at DK. If not, definitely bet 365 off or something like that. But at those prices,
he had a good year last year and was going over his props every week for that stretch, right? And then he goes to Minnesota, and then they don't throw to him, and he has to be cut. So I still think he has a little bit left in the tank. But then again, Rodgers might get it to a lot of guys tonight, and that could be one where MVS has a couple grabs, he has a couple grabs, but game flow's big too. I mean, it's also going to be important if they don't have Warren. If he can't go because of the flu, it could change things and how they're going to attack this.
Yep. Oh, I stand corrected. Station Casinos finally put him on the board here in Las Vegas and Nevada, and you can ladder props, ladder receptions there. They're not the same exact numbers as I just talked about. They're, in fact, but now they took them. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, and this is very popular, but I agree with a lot of the viewers here that it just, because of all these bad numbers and how it's been run, and it's going to be cold, you would think it'd be 2 attempts under and Achane attempts over.
You're right.
And also reception. I mean, Achane's he's $1.30 of 25 yards receiving. And I don't hate what people have sent in at 12-1 most receiving yards.
Okay.
McDaniel loves that stuff.
Sure. And
where everything's at or behind the line of scrimmage with him.
And you get that guy in space on one reception with a little bit of wiggle room. He's as slippery as any player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And he can turn a 5-yard catch into a 30-yard game before you can blink. I love the guy. If he was on a better team, he would have been my number 1 bet for Offensive Player of the Year this year.
Right.
But the thought was Miami's not going to be good enough to be in the conversation.
Well, I hope he looks at Waller, too, because Waller can go over with 1 catch. I think he's in like 22.5 in some spots in that territory.
Right. What happened here?
Well, he got hurt.
Well, no, I understand that. But that was a thing before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then I haven't even heard his name again since he came back from the injury.
Yeah. A lot of candidates, though, for red zone, though. Like, if it's inside the 5, okay, then it's right, then it's Ollie Gordon. It also could be Waller, too. So it really gets juicy first touchdown of the game and anytime touchdowns if Miami can get inside the 5-yard line, which that stretch where they never do it. And we're so bad.
Yeah. In-pocket plays coming up next. I'll give you 2 examples of why a lock doesn't exist, and I was on the losing side of both of them this weekend. And we'll play this audio from the Oklahoma City Thunder. It was a kiss of death when I saw this on Saturday.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3-1 odds. Nope. 5-1. Nope. 10-1. You're up.
All right, we'll get to Ryan Kramer, first touchdown. Props coming up. He's got some good ones tonight. Remember when the Giants were on that Thursday night game and they beat the Eagles and scored 34 points?
Oh, yeah.
Scatterboo had the hat trick. They've lost 8 in a row. Here's another team that's going to probably win 3 games. I mean, what was that yesterday? tough. Now, Robinson let me down again. He had 10 targets, and he was 59.5. He had 54. That's another tough one. For so many of his games, he's missed by a couple yards. I think I got hooked on one, too. Fairbairn over again, the best thing going in sports, the best trend, other than Pittsburgh at home on Monday night. If you go back and include playoff games, it's now 24-3 to the over. Over 1.5 made field goals, and that got there early in the game, and he had a bunch. He is phenomenal and missed one. Both teams to make a 33-yard field goal in the Charger-Chiefs game winner. Dart over rushing. He got it on one play. That's who he is. He's aggressive. I only saw 1 to 2 design runs, though. But he went over his rushing yards. Something to watch the rest of the year. So 3-1 there. Bama Friday, Roll Tide against Oklahoma. Playoffs get started. Looking forward to that one. Steelers tonight, $1.75 on the money line. Anti-Tua, anti-Miami outside in the elements. And the Steelers at home on Monday night. Army money line, $1.45 against UConn. Fenway Bowl coming up the 27th in the morning. Last check, that was up to 5.5. Bears to miss the playoffs, plus 160. Huge game Saturday against the Pack. Navy laying 4 against Cincinnati. That is January 2nd. Brad Powers expects a couple Cincinnati players to hit the portal. And I love what Horvath said after Army-Navy. And it lived up to the hype again. All these guys talk about a brotherhood, and then you see all these guys hit the portal or they leave year to year for NIL. This is a true brotherhood, what you got with this team. And a great game as they beat Army. But they bring it, max effort, no opt-outs. Navy laying 4 against Cincinnati. Tonight, Boswell and the Steelers over 1.5 made field goals. It's $1.30 at Caesars. And the Saints laying 4.5 against the Jets, who fired their defensive coordinator today, and they're making anyone look good. Army up to 8.5 now, by the way. Wow. They were 3.5-point dogs when that opened. Now they're laying 8.5 against UConn in the Fenway Bowl. But it just, anybody can move against this Jets defense. And you might go against Cook again. Probably another game of Cook as well.
Good luck, Pauly. It was a very rough weekend. I don't think I had a winner. Andrews likely anytime touchdown. No good. Never got the tight ends going yesterday. Jalen Johnson, I brought this up on Friday. I'm not so sure about the triple-double. He had a triple-double and yet stayed under 43.5 PRAs.
What?
He combined for 40, I believe.
Are you kidding?
No.
That's an all-time.
That's how the weekend was going.
Well, I mean, did you ever think you'd be watching Baltimore and Cincinnati and it's 7-0 late second quarter?
Absolutely not.
I couldn't believe it.
I just couldn't get the game on Thanksgiving out of my head. Like, that's the team that cost me.
How'd you lose to these guys?
Yep.
In case you missed it earlier, fewest points, Bengals-Ravens was 70-1.
Yeah.
Tied dead heat with the Raiders.
Giants in the money line yesterday. No good. Terrible job out of them. Bad job by me reading that one. Lions +6. Lost by 7. Had a 10-point lead. No good. I tried the pizza money bet with Jacksonville, Seattle, and Oregon defensive touchdowns with the round robin. That didn't happen. Jacksonville had 3 INTs, and I thought this is going to be a great opportunity here for Seattle. They got 6 on the year. Phillip Rivers, nope, no good. I had Seahawks -3.5 in pocket. That closed 13. Got touched 14. No such thing as a lock. I could not cash 3.5. I've had 10+ points of CLV in my life. I lost both bets. They should have lost the game. Bills did lose in 2021. Incredible.
Yep. Here's where these moments really give me pause and why the game Thursday is so awesome and intriguing. The 6 field goals, but they could have won the first game, and he had 4 picks. There's a big play late in that game. I think it's 3rd down. Cup's wide open. It would have been 1st and goal, and he misses them.
Yeah.
He throws a howitzer right at him, a rocket ball when he's like from me to you. And instead of 1st and goal at the 5, they got to settle for 3, and they're lucky they won. But it's stuff like that, and that's where why Darnold is that's an interesting fellow in quarterback.
Like Jeff Daniels throwing the snowball in Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
4 feet away, right at, what was her name?
Lauren Holly.
Lauren Holly's face. Thunder to win the Cup. +225 many weeks ago. That turned into -250. No good.
Come on.
Losers. We're going to play you some audio. I saw this on Saturday. I knew it was the kiss of death then. And this is pending for the game on Thursday night. Seahawks +1.5 against the Rams. And moving forward here tonight, this is my buddy's special. Jalen Wells over 11.5 points. It's a $1.23 at DK. $1.30 FanDuel is the number. His last 8 games for Memphis taking on, well, they get the Clippers tonight. 19, 16, 17, 20, 15, 13, 25, and 22. He's gone over this number 8 straight games and 9 out of 10. So I played it, laid $1.30 there. Jalen Wells over 11.5 points.
Let me look. The Wemby stuff. What was he in that game?
He was plus 21.
That's what he was?
In 21 minutes.
Thank you. There it is. Unbelievable. And they blow that big lead. We talk all the time about making smart bets, and smart advertisers are doing the same thing with Mission Media. If you want results, Mission Media connects your brand with audiences that actually engage. Premium podcast, connected TV to data-driven digital campaigns. They deliver measurable ROI, and as VSiN's exclusive ad partner, Mission Media gives you direct access to one of the most loyal, action-oriented sports audiences everywhere. Your brand deserves more than impressions. It deserves influence. Get started at VSiN.com/advertise or email advertising@VSiN.com. Give me Kramer, baby. Kramer's got some good ones today. First touchdown of the game. Ollie Gordon, 30-1. Did it on that Thursday night at Buffalo. Jalen Wright, 33-1. Freiermuth, 20-1. Washington, 18-1. Not bad. Like those picks.
Yeah, I'll be on board.
Good mix.
He cashed it last Monday when he had Omari and Hampton.
Yes.
For the Chargers, and that got there. Okay, I don't think you've seen this. You're going to go in fresh here?
Yeah.
This is, I'm scrolling along on social media on a little bit on Saturday, waiting for the NBA Cup to be played that night. As someone who held that ticket on Oklahoma City plus 225 to win it all. Feeling pretty good, right? Laying 10.5 against the Spurs that night. Then I see this pop across on Bleacher Report. Somebody was talking to Jalen Williams, the really good Jalen Williams for Oklahoma City, about teams, previous champions in the NBA, and how this Oklahoma City team would do against them.
So you could not answer any of these questions, but I'm going to ask them anyway. Okay. Current OKC or 2017 Warriors?
Oh, my team?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm always going to say my team.
Current OKC, 95 Bulls.
I'm going to say our team again.
Current OKC, 2019 Raptors.
Our team. Are you from there?
Yeah.
Okay. Like you didn't flinch at that.
No, because that was a hell of a team. Okay.
I mean, we're in those conversations now.
Yeah.
Honestly, it'd be a little saying for me not to say.
No, 100%.
And then they're laughing and mocking the 2019 Raptors. They were awesome.
Yeah, they were. And they were down 0-2 to the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's right. I saw that. I'm like,
oh, no.
You got it. He should have just told the guy, you're right. I don't want to answer any of these.
Yep.
We'll beat them all.
God.
Okay.
They had a great shot. Great chance to do this.
Well, plus all the stuff that we talked about last week, a lot with the props. Are they going to lose again before the end of the year?
I know.
They beat the Lakers all-time record.
All of it was there. Now, the Laker thing's not going to happen, obviously, but still, the 74 wins and all that, that's still right there as well. But, the Spurs are awesome. They're no joke. And
they're very good.
You get Wemby back, and like you said, plus 21, bringing them off the bench.
So they play twice coming up. One game is December 23rd, and then those two teams play on Christmas. So we're going to get 3 games in theory, right? We're going to get Wemby in all those games then, including the one on Saturday. We should know a lot about what that playoff series might look like down the road, because maybe the Spurs will be the stiffest test to Oklahoma City in the Western Conference.
They're talking about moving this. Where would you put this? Any
cup?
idea? They're hoping for some better atmosphere, maybe. I don't know there was some stuff out there, but they're thinking about moving the cup.
I don't. Where would be a good destination?
I don't know. You didn't get the same type of thing in Los Angeles, But it's also it's hard for the fans to who's going to make it. Is my team in it in the short turnaround?
Right.
That's why the Lakers would have been a home run,
no doubt.
But the Lakers, got blasted by the Spurs. So, but Knicks Spurs is sexy tomorrow.
That's a really good game tomorrow night. Yeah. I can't wait to watch it.
Knicks short favorite, 229 the total.
Boy, the Spurs. Should they be dogs in that game? I know the Knicks have been playing great basketball, but
Brunson was great.
What the Spurs did to the Lakers?
They got a lot of talent. A lot of talent.
The Spurs do.
Yes.
Oh, yes, they absolutely do.
Yeah.
So I'm not joking. I'd make a run at Freak.
Well, Jeff Sherman, I know, thinks this could be the Western Conference Finals the next 8 to 10 years.
All right, following us, we're going to hang out for another half an hour with the boys from VSiN Primetime, Murray and Humans, and then later on tonight, cashing out with Dustin Sweetelson, 11 o'clock Eastern. Wake up tomorrow morning early with Jensen and Dave Ross. VSiN by the books at 7 a.m. Eastern, and good luck tonight.